Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your girl, Becky D, live in the morning, 5 days a week at 7 a.m. You all, I noticed yesterday that I kind of started talking about the waiting room, and I was like, well, might as well keep going down that train right there, right? So I was thinking and, just kind of reflecting and meditating, and I was like, there's a lot of situations, a lot of different types of waiting rooms that different things occur, like where different things occur. So everybody know the major three, if you ask me. So there's the doctor office or dentist office, waiting room. There's the waiting room before you go into an event or something of that nature. So like maybe just a line, like a roller coaster ride or something like that, or an escape room. And then last but not least, there is the waiting room at the DMV. Okay. And somebody just cringed when I said that because you have probably had to visit there one too many times. And you know all about that waiting room experience. Okay. This is me giving you that apology in advance. I am so sorry that you had to experience the waiting room of the DMV. Just being real. It is sometimes excessive and long and frustrating, but that's neither here nor there. That's a whole different topic on the different types of waiting rooms, okay? But the main focus is what are we doing in the waiting room, right? In that waiting period of our lives, what are we doing? Because remember, we're speaking metaphorically, but you got to put it to a picture or an image or a memory where people can grasp the concept a little easier. So we're sitting here in our waiting room, waiting for whatever it is you're waiting for to happen. And you're waiting, right? Do you talk to the person beside you? Do you feel comfortable enough to do that yet? Do you go ahead and, you know, acknowledge that you might be getting a little impatient? Do you hum some music? Like, what do you do? Well, let me tell you a few things that you can do because some people don't know, right? I gave the suggestions on yesterday, right? Like reading some of their magazines or books they have in there. If you're in a doctor office, I would be selective about the ones that I touch because obviously some people are there for a little illness, right? And their diseases and illnesses can be, the germs from them can be literally on the magazines or books that's there. So you may want to bring your own or read on your phone. Might be the better option. Okay. If you have some Bluetooth headphones of some sort, you can, pop in an earbud and just softly listen to music. You don't want to blast the music. You want to still be respectful of everybody in there, right? You can say a few prayers because it helps bring down that white coat blood pressure. And if prayer isn't your thing, definitely some meditation and some refocusing. But you guys, I'm gonna advise that you at least talk to one person. Now, some people might be like, "What? Like, are you serious? Why am I talking to somebody like that? That's uncalled for. Why do I need to do that?" It's not that you need to. It's that I'm suggesting that you do. See, what happened is when we're in this waiting room, right? There's opportunities being presented to us, and it's up to us to take them. Because sometimes they're not going to present themselves, right? Um. So what I mean is, and I guess I'll just use me as an example. I'm in a waiting room right now, and I had my impatient moments, right? And then now I think I'm more in the moment of this is nice. This is a nice waiting room. I'm noticing the detail in the artwork. And there was someone sitting beside me also waiting. And I decided to strike up in conversation. And lo and behold, that conversation led to some opportunities. So while I am awaiting something that is going to help elevate my life, I found some people to conversate with along the way that are still elevating my life And I didn't notice it until after the fact. In my waiting period, all right, I'm gonna put it financial for some people, okay, of waiting for my next payday, I knew there was some things that I wanted to purchase, and someone brought me something completely unexpected. Wasn't expecting it at all. Wasn't, looking forward to it. Didn't tell them to do it. It was just random. It was like, oh, here you go. Forgot to give you this, right? So, what connections are you making? What are you doing to help elevate your life? Whatever situation you're in the waiting room for, there's someone else there that can talk to you and help you shift and transform and really get ready to transform into this beautiful butterfly. Now, craziest things can happen while you're waiting. I was waiting to meet with a panel of people, and I was literally just sitting there. I was low key nervous, okay? When you have to sit in front of a panel, it can be a nerve wracking thing, all right? So I'm sitting there, I'm relaxing. I'm like, all right, cool, 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 cool. And next thing you know, this lady randomly, out of nowhere, thin air, appears. And she starts talking to me. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, lady, what do you want? And she just keeps talking to me and everything. And you know what? The next thing I know, I'm not as nervous anymore. She, had an unfortunate situation that happened. And, like, hope she's okay. I can't remember her name right now. But she had an unfortunate situation happen. It transformed my way of thinking. I'm now looking at this lady with compassion and not annoyance anymore, as someone that she felt comfortable enough to vent to and get everything off of her chest. And now I'm like, wow, okay, there's people with worse problems out there than me, and here I am just nervous. I know that's a big deal for a lot of people. Like, nerves does really set in, but yeah, I was just nervous, and here she is. She's dealing with two deaths back to back and having to go and actually leave retirement and work because of the daughter situations, and it's just wow, right? But she's happy, she's excited, she's smiling. She's trying to let me know that the situation that I may be in and the things that I may be dealing with, it ain't that bad, because I can continue to smile. It's reasons and people like her, the reason why I do what I do on my podcast, because sometimes people need to know, even through all of your situations, guess what, you can still smile, because nothing in life can take your smile away unless you give it the power to, right? While you're in the waiting room, start thinking about that. What have I gave power to that did not deserve it, that should not have taken my smile away, that didn't deserve the time of day, right? There's connections to all of my podcasts that just kind of keeps going on and on and on in a little circle, okay? But when you get tired of my podcast, please, please, please help yourselves and jump over to YouTube. And I think they also have a podcast. I'm not sure on what platforms off the top of my head. But check out Anime and Beer, all right? Two things that you can't go wrong with in life. Personally, I'm not a beer drinker, but Anime and Beer, they're two great individuals who are going to talk about anime and beer. Like, it's a title that you cannot get away from, and is pretty awesome, right? So make sure you check them out, right? This thing is bigger than me. I just want to make sure that I give credit where credit is due all the way across the board, all right? You guys, we're in the rating room season, okay? It's gonna get deeper than just this. But I'm just telling you to make those connections while you're in there, because those connections are key. They're gonna change your life without you even realizing it. Okay? Well, you guys, that's it for me this morning. As always, you guys, I will talk with you tomorrow morning. And of course, you guys know my name is Becky D, so I think I can erase that out of the equation. But if you don't know me, my name is Becky D with Becky D in the morning. I will definitely be talking with you tomorrow morning.